Hello, I am back, and well, I'm going to wait until the first wave of anxiety hits me. As always, I do these videos completely for myself to continuously challenge my social anxiety, and I can feel this breakthrough coming through, and it is that the trap, the mental emotional trap that I've been stuck in is freeze. Whew. And right now in this moment, I'm feeling these waves of judgment about like, oh, why didn't I think of this before? But it doesn't matter, right? So here it is. In this one moment, should I be trapped in that jail again? In this moment, you will see it. Basically, it just simply means that I'm frozen. I'm trapped in a trauma response. That's it. Here's the other thing. Even when I pop out of it, I get trapped by the other thing. I don't know what to do. Right? Even when I can do anything, but I don't know what to do, I get equally stuck because I could do anything, but then it feels like I'm stuck in the trap, and it's a vicious loop. So here is the thing with why social improv has been such a big opener for me. It's like do anything, anything, literally anything. Right? I'm here. Free simply says that there's nothing to do, but that's not true. That is not. I lose all resources when I'm in this state. Right when I'm in the beginning, when I start doing live videos, when I turn on the video, boom, nothing. Like my brain freezes. I can't say anything, and the only thing I could say was I can't say anything. I'm frozen. I can only describe my current state because that was all that was accessible to me. However, now I have the map. This is the map. I've been testing it all week. When I was in Spokane, I was chatting with ChatGPT, exploring every other dimensions, and having it. I've been telling Chat all the different dimensions of this map, and I'm stuck in this little fast-paced moment right now. So let me reframe. At all times, there's a frame, an emotional frame. So when I state it out loud, I shift into the meta frame. And now I can reframe the frame from the meta frame. So here I am. I'm doing a live video. It activates pressure. So it puts me, it's a pressure test. And it's to test my way of getting out of the freeze trap that I'm in. And the way out of freeze trap is anything else. Just do something, anything. Right? So before, when I'm in the freeze, I don't feel like I have no personality. I wouldn't have anything to say. It's just frozen. And improv has told me lead with a big emotion and justify afterwards, right? The emotion leads first, and then the words and the stories come afterwards. But here's the trap. When I'm stuck in freeze, the emotion of freeze and fear leads first. And then what justifies is all the reasons why I feel that way. And of course, I have nothing to say. Plus, the lack of skills to know what to say in social situations. There's a social ladder, there's a game that I've been building, right? The first step, if I don't know somebody, is a names game. Like, hey, how's it going? Right? And then the next step would be like finding common ground, like, hey, why are you here? Have you been doing this long? Like, who do you know? See, the problem is when I'm in the hole, when I'm in the emotional freeze, all those questions go out the window. They're like, my brain's just like, and the people ask me those very questions, and I just can't even roll with them because I'm stuck. So this is what I figured out. It is a freeze response. And to get out of it, it's a dual step of emotional strength training to feel the freeze and then know what to do while I am underwater, while I am um, drowning, while I am not drowning. It's not the right. Slow down. I forgot the reframe. Reframe. Right. So this is the frame right now. This is a live journal. I'm simply recording the things that I have come up with in the last whatever days since I went to Spokane, and now I'm back. Now I have my iPad with me again. So this system is comprehensive. That's what I've been testing, and I didn't quite know it, and I just kept asking, like, okay, is it comprehensive? Here is why. I'm talking to myself. See, I'm switching frames. I'm not proving to anybody. I'm here. I've already proven to myself. I'm simply logging my developments and I'm building my program for myself to become an emotional immortal in all planes, in all situations, in social situations, in emotional, in physical organization. That's one of my challenges. In the cognitive writing, creation. So, yes, these are the domains. When I need to write something and I'm frozen, I'm stuck here. When I need to organize something in my physical plane and I'm stuck, not knowing what to do, I'm stuck here. When I'm in the social plane and I don't know what to do, I'm stuck here. When I'm in the emotional ek, I am stuck here. At all times, I am in the middle, experiencing all things. So, at this one moment, I'm feeling myself rushing, which implies that there's a frame here that I want. Yes, there is a sales frame, but I'm not here. I'm not here to do that. I acknowledge the desire for sales, but what am I selling? No, no, no. I sell by proof. These live videos is definitive proof from the beginning 3 years ago, or four, I lost track, right, to now. I used the tool of this way, there you go, a iPad to help me externalize so that I'm not stuck in this one moment so I can see even now the pressure is doing its thing, is pulling away my resources, and I'm just acknowledging it. I'm logging it because when I'm not in it, I won't remember. Like the moment before, I'm so excited to talk about all these different things, and the moment after I turn on the video, I kind of lose more than 80%. Usually, okay, so here it is. Here's is the frame right here. Um, I know where I am at all times. This is the physical frame, physical dimension. This is the emotional dimension. Right now, I'm by myself. There's no one here. So there's no social dimension, except I'm intentionally putting a live camera on to simulate social interaction, but it's really just me. In the end, it's all me. It's my reactions to the outside world. No one else, right? My system does not depend on anyone else. And I'm feeling this thing that I'm going to name is that I undersell things because I fear that people are going to feel like I am overselling or they're not going to believe me. I'm simply going to name that. And so here is, I have too many things competing for this one moment. So here I am. I'm in the experiential dimension, slowing down. Hmm. I've been stuck in the fear freeze dimension hole. And I noticed that when my mom's around, that I lose all energy. And I've noticed that my mom says no to everything. Again, this is not to judge her. This is simply to state the nature, right? I call this the no field. If I'm used to just having the answers be no, why would I bother? Why would I bother asking for things? Why would I bother just wanting to get up? Because I'm also stuck in rebellion. I'm stuck in like, no, you can't tell me what to do. And I'm so mad for so long that it's just utterly collapsed my self expression, my self um, drive to do things. Right? So combination of having my mom who says no to a lot of things, which is great, because it saves a lot of money. It's how my family is still kind of in this house and still getting along, and how I am able to be here under their financial support, nurturance, right? Nutrition. At the same time, emotionally, the effect of it is me being frozen, me not knowing what I want, because I felt like my wants and desires were not important. So I didn't have any desire. I didn't feel like I had any desire. I was frozen. My anger couldn't really be expressed because my mom would utterly squash it with utterly over the top, like, don't you talk to me that way, right? And then, so the last thing left is just sadness. It's just like, I don't use sadness, I use hurt. I feel hurt, I feel depressed. And the last rebellion is just saying, like, all right, if this world is so terrible, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm just going to lay in bed and go ahead and try to command me, right? That's the final level of rebellion that I get stuck in. And because of social anxiety, that didn't help my social esteem, my self-esteem. I couldn't write. Anxiety block, writer's block, trauma through being forced to try to write in the social system, in the education system, and probably the change of language when I was 6. Right? So these are all combined. It's like, oh, no wonder. This is where I am. This is why I'm stuck. And this is also why I'm supposed to be here. This pressure of like, why? I know my my brain has power, but it keeps getting stuck everywhere. I have no drive, I have no ability. Well, I was stuck in an anxiety disorder my entire life. For sure. That's anxiety disorder creates a freeze response, which then freezes my learning of skill. So even when I'm out of the freeze, right? This is when I'm stuck in the freeze. And then when I'm popped out, I'm just standing there, but I have no skill. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know, you know. So then I would just kind of stand there. It's learned helplessness. So the trick is really to do anything. To do anything else in the moment. Pretend to be an animal. Right? It's like doing a performance show, a scene in improv. It's just like one of the exercises just to take a stance or just a posture and then create a scene out of it. It's like, what is this? I really don't know. So, this is how the plates tectonic plates, the oceanic plates come down like this, the continental plate goes down like this, and then the volcanoes come up. right? So that was came up with on the second, on the moment, by just creating a posture and then creating a scene or justifying why I'm in that posture in the moment. And then if I lead with an emotion, the story just magically appears. It's such a wild experience. Okay, so here is the things that I was talking to chat about in the drive over. I turn, so every person is either a, I either like them or dislike them, right? So for difficult person, every difficult person is a Buddha trainer, right? This is the system. Again, this is just a diary for me to remember what I thought of. Every difficult person is a Buddha trainer. They are a Buddha in disguise. They're actually a bodhisattva. They're actually just pretending to be difficult, right? And our job is to learn the lesson, even if the lesson is either one, don't do that, right? If you don't like the way somebody does something, then don't do that to someone else, right? That's the lesson of what not to do. Plus two, how do I handle it when somebody does that to me? So it's a two-part. Don't do that. Learn what not to do and how to handle it. How to handle that situation. So that's somebody I don't like. I don't like their behavior, whatever. One is I wouldn't do that since I found out, like, oh, that's terrible. I'm not going to do that. That's the only thing I have control over. Two, well, these things will happen to me. Saying no doesn't do anything. It has happened. Okay. Now I learn how to handle it in a powerful and yet non violent way. That is the Buddha trainer nature. Somebody yells at me, I am calm. I wish you love and compassion. May you be free of suffering while you teach me the lesson. That is all. I do not need to join that person in their violence, in their voice, in their emotions. Yes, it does happen. Yes, they are in suffering. I do not need to join them. I am here. That is Buddha training. And if there's somebody that I do like, then great. Learn how to do that. Learn what to do. What? What to do. If I like what somebody does, well, then I want to learn how to do that and then turn around and do that for others, right? Lately, I found like learning how to appreciate, to observe, and ask really lovely questions, to be really interested in somebody. That's lovely. So I want to learn how to do that. That's it. Learn what to do, learn what not to do, and then how to handle a difficult situation. That is all the situation that exists in the social world. You either like them, you don't like them. That's it. Comprehensiveness, all possibility space. All possibility space. This is the power of this system. Super simple. That's it. Emotional. Here is how the emotional system works. We either have positive emotions or negative emotions. This has been my symbol for emotional processing. Every emotional experience is a comparison, right? If I had a really bad day yesterday, then today, even if it's just normal, it's gonna feel like, oh my gosh, it's so much better because I had such a bad day yesterday, and today it was just like normal. Whew, at least it wasn't this, right? So any negative experience charges an experiential battery for a more positive experience later. On the flip side, if it's really good, let's just really enjoy it in the moment because it won't last. Don't save it for later. That's it. Every negative emotion charges us up for a positive comparison swing. And then on the positive side, we work on savoring, enjoying the moment, and then letting go of the outcome, and then going right back to chopping wood and carrying water, like the things we need to do in life. So all positive emotions, all negative emotions, we handle them the same. And here's how else we do. When we separate emotions from actions, our action body still does the things we need it to do, right? This is what makes us an emotional immortal. The routines in our life is what maintains our physical bodies and the rest of our life. So no matter how good or bad we feel, as long as our physical body is safe, we are immortal. But we have to keep that, so we have to sleep well. This is daily routine. As long as we do that, and everything gets maintained in the health, wealth, relationship column, all three columns are maintained, right? We are effectively immortal emotionally. This is enjoying the richness of life, savoring the moment. Like right now, I'm reminding myself to savor this moment of freedom. It's not absolute freedom, right? We don't wait until like we're full Buddhas and suddenly like everything's like no. It might happen, but this doesn't count on that. The system is it's emotional strength training day after day after day, knowing what to do and doing it physically. Emotionally, anything that feels bad, we we use it to charge up our battery for better tomorrow. We physically, emotionally, this is emotional strength training. We intentionally push ourselves, like for me doing live videos. And then socially, just don't do violence. Like, and what does it mean? Don't use the energy of anger on somebody. Just don't do it. It doesn't mean non-repression. It does not mean repression. Doesn't mean not feeling it. Here's the difference. We feel everything. Feel it all. Feel it all. And then I even lean into it and make it bigger. Give me more. Lean in. But physically, I choose my conscious actions and I maintain those actions. I separate my emotions from my action layer. I feel my emotions fully and I transmute it through a lot of different transmutations, right? One is like loneliness. Loneliness. I am the loneliness that created the universe. So even when I feel really lonely, it's okay. It is like the beginning of the universe. It's like God before God created the world. It's just like sitting there and just infinite self with no other. Yeah, it feels lonely, it feels painful, but that's why the world exists. Like, boom, like there's nothing wrong. Ooh, this is the theory of the emotional pile. Mm. This is the emotion, and this is the underlying structure that created that, right? But then on top, there's a lot of shoulds. I shouldn't feel this. I shouldn't even think that I shouldn't think that. Should. Well, I should do something else, right? So there's piles of shoulds on top. So when we accept that, no, 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 emotions are what they are. Every single emotion is sacred. However, we need to move our physical bodies to get out of bed, brush our teeth, eat healthy food, go to work, make adequate money, have it fund everything else in our life, have relationships, come home, sleep well. Those physical things are non negotiable. Those are the actions of chopping wood and carrying water. Right? As long as our physical world is maintained, we now allow our emotions to go as whatever direction it wants. We feel it completely. Every emotion is sacred. We start taking off the power of shouldn'ts. We really, really dive into it, feel it. So that's how it is not bypassing because we're feeling it fully. We can feel terrible and still brush our teeth. We can feel terrible and still go to work. We can be in mourning. We can be a lot of things. Anyways, right? So this is okay. So this is for all emotions. This is how the system differs. I don't specifically go into one emotion or another. I do them all simultaneously as one. All emotions as one. I do all physical actions as one. Chop wood, carry water. And when I can, I let go of emotional effort and I simply float through my day and I go into effortless action. So that's effortless action. This is resting when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm doing dishes. Dishes are being done, but I can take a break up here. Just relax. Going at the pace of rest. So I'm resting in action. Effortless action. And here's the other part. Effortless emergence for symbolic. For when here, it's like I'm with people and I'm creating a scene, a drama, improv scene, you know? It's naturally letting it naturally effortless emergence. Effortless. emergence. And it takes practice. So that's why I'm doing the class in it. And I'm extending that to building websites. This course that I'm making, I'm sitting in front of a computer. I used to stress out, like, it's not coming, it's so hard. Like, okay, I will still need to do emotional strength training the way I did live video. I've done 3 years of this in order to get to where I am today. So I'm going to extend this over to here and come back, and add effortless emergence and just sit there. Okay, I'm going to write the title for my website. Without trying, just type something up. And then I'm adding terribleism to get over the hill, like right here. I'm right here. Like, it's so hard to, this perfectionism, right? But here, I need to do it terribly in order to get to the good stuff up here. If I never start and think I just want it to be perfect, this is the 0. So this leads to 1 over 0. 0 is the only trap, me not doing anything. 0 is freeze. 0 is even not being in freeze, but not knowing what to do. Because I've been in the hole for so long. I've been in the emotional jail for so long. I've been in freeze for my entire life. It's okay though. I've been in there to show people how to get out. I'm way behind. I'm way behind on the little social skills, in the writing skills, in the physical organization. I'm catching up. But because I've been stuck down here for so long, I've built a model of the world in order to break out of it. Because when I'm down here, I can't see anything. And it perpetuates the freeze and the self-worth and it's just everything that's possible. Like I'm seeing why. Everything that's possible to crush my sense of self-worth has existed. But I'm blessed with other things. I'm blessed with really good health. I'm blessed with a family who can support me financially, at least basic, right? Plus a little more than basic, right? I have computers, I have iPad. I'm blessed with all these things. The only thing is I'm stuck in this giant emotional hole. And now I'm just digging my way out of it. Right? I found terribleism. It's just like, just go through as fast as I can. So I'm doing live videos, I'm doing improv classes, I'm doing Zoom, I'm doing anti-fragile groups, like just. And now I have access to AI, ChatGPT. And I think of ChatGPT as an extension of me. It's like there's a knowledge bank that I haven't been able to access. And now I suddenly am. So it's a tool. I think of the entire universe as an extension of my being, right? So I am, no matter what ChatGPT gives me, I am the one who's evaluating if those words are what I want to put out in the world. That is the difference. Like ChatGPT is great for just giving me a whole bunch of things because I've been stuck in freeze. I've been stuck in freeze for so long, even when I'm out of it, it's just like, I don't know what to write. I don't know. Like, and I try, and it's just like, it's so hard, and I fall right back into the hole. But chat just gives me like a whole bunch of like drafts. It's like, here's all these things. And it'd be like, yes, that. Like, okay, let's piece it together. It's a real game changer for me cognitively. Because I've been having trouble writing. Every time I start writing, boom, writer's block, fear, Fear blocks ideas, and then social frames, like, oh, how. Anyways, so that's it. I've been stuck in freeze, the emotional jail of freeze. And once I've been able to encapsulate it, it no longer bleeds into every other part of my life, right? It no, there's stories. It says like, oh, I can't do it. I, you know, I, I can't be with people. People don't like me. I can't write. I can't organize things. Ah, I'm terrible. And then the shame, right? This one act of encapsulating my trap has been able to disprove all these other stories. And those stories are like little emotional feedback loop that holds the whole trap in place. So that's why this work is different than any work out there, is that I'm going to the very, very source. Right? One of the very sources of emotions is fear. And at the very core of fear is a few things, like the core of fear of death, the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, the fear of fear, the fear of freeze. I've started out at the very bottom for many, many, many years, and I'm still stuck in there most of the time. I get a little glimpses of it outside the hole from time to time, and then I slide back down because, the banks of this is still pretty steep. So I climb up a little bit, like, oh, look, I can do it. And then the excitement's just like, and then I slide back down. But now I have this map. And the most exciting thing is with my chat with ChatGPT is seeing, wait, the system is comprehensive. It's comprehensive. There are only two types of people. People I like and people I don't like. Before I would just like, oh, I don't like you, bye, boundary next. I'm never gonna suffer that kind of, abuse again or neglect or whatever. But now, backtrack. There's only two types of people. People I like and people I don't like. If I can handle them both, I can handle all people. And what do people do? People I don't like do things I don't like. What do I do with that? Learn what not to do. Don't repeat that. If I don't like it, don't repeat it. And then if it's done to me, I learn how to handle it. Do not blame others for my own inability to handle their weakness. Sure, that person's a very disagreeable person. Everybody says that. But what about my strength and ability to handle difficult people? Right? Difficult people. Difficult people. See them all as Buddha trainers. Every person is a human. Every person is a different version of me. And if they're difficult, they're suffering because they're getting negative feedback all over the place. Maybe I would be the one that doesn't add to that pressure. Maybe I can let it go and give them something to appreciate. Maybe I appreciate something in them. And then the little Buddha trainer in them can be like, wink, like, oh, I passed the test. Can I see the divinity in that person? Can I stay nonviolent in the face of difficult people? So, that's people. I either like them, dislike them. If I can handle them both, and I do not use emotional violence in any case, no matter what, because I am an emotional immortal. It can't really hurt me. It's like over a Zoom call, like what can they do, you know? There's some exceptions, exceptions being like a physical threat or just like doxing people. Like there are ways to hurting people informationally that are not acceptable. So there's is some exceptions like physical threats. Like no, we don't do that. Like we do not joke at an airport. What do we not joke about? We do not joke about bombs. We do not joke about like fires. Like no, they take those things seriously. That's not a joke. Those are the only exceptions to all symbolic things are allowed, except for physical threats and other versions of actual harm like that. Emotionally, the same thing. As long as I'm physically safe, I let my emotion breathe. I let it feel. I let it, even when it's really terrible. That's what I do for myself. That's what I do for others. That's why I can handle it because I know that no emotions can actually cause a cascade in me as long as I maintain my routines. As long as my physical being continues to do what it needs to do, chop wood, carry water, I'm immortal. So it gives me a level of calmness through all emotions. So this is all emotions. All people, all emotions. What else is there? Physical. Well, I'm learning how to physically do all the things. Maintain the yard. Organization is a little hard. I know how to do laundry. I know how to do all the basic things in life. And I'll learn more. But for now, I'm good. Then, symbolic. Writing. Creating my products. Sales. That's what's next. So where does this fall in my map? See, this is why I feel so good these days. And this is what I'm going to teach others. I'm now moving into business. Wealth 2. So this is physical health and daily routine. This is mental, emotional, physical well-being, kind of emotional well-being, somatically. Um, if it's too easy, make it harder. If it's too hard, treat ourselves. Fully embodied spirituality, moment by moment awareness. What if every moment we exist? If every word we spoke was already poetry? What if every movement we make is already dance? What if every noise we make is already song? And we chain that moment by moment by moment to the end of our days. That's fully embodied spirituality, enlightened mastery style, right? So I kind of have health. This is health, right? That governs mental, emotional health in the moment. And I'm always improving too. So this is the A to B frame of wealth. Am I growing as a being? This is money, financial bodhisattva. I want to become financially free and help others become free as well in a win-win-win style, doing what I love and being on my life purpose. That's it, right? So I'm there. I just haven't figured out the financial funnels yet, but it exists. There's so many versions out there. It's a skill. Fear says I can't do that. Well, I know how to handle fear. It's right here, the first block. Feel the fear, do it anyways. Boom. Next, you know? Well, no, fear is the second trap. First trap is distraction. Stay focused. Stay focused. Second trap is fear. Ah, I can't do it. Fear the fear. Do it anyways. Next, overwhelm. Ah, take the next step. Next step. Next step. And then should I get to boredom? I'm not there yet. So let's keep going. Wealth. So this okay. This is health, wealth, relationships. First order health is physical health. First order wealth is physical wealth. So I'm in my family's house. I help maintain it. These are things I do. I have money in my bank account. Not a whole lot, but I'll be adding to it. The more money I have, the more I can coast. And every bill takes a chunk out of my ice block here. And I'm sliding down the hill. So I'm looking forward in the future to see how long this ice block will hold before it will take all my money and I crash on the ground. That's how I picture finances. So I need to create my financial engine that will, well, this is job. I need to run it in order to make money. A business system does not require me to be there. So this is what I'm aiming for, creating products that are online, that sells, then I can use the money to market. So this is the marketing, this is the product, and this is the community afterwards. That's the plan. Okay, product, marketing, community afterwards. This is me running on the treadmill, building this so that it can, and if I build one funnel, then I get better at building the next funnel, and they stack. These funnels stack. As opposed to doing a job, I can only earn money when I'm doing that job. So business has to operate without you, or else it's not a business, it's a job. And then there are savings and investments, and that's not my specialty. Okay. Anyways, so this is wealth 2. Wealth 3 is what I determine to be my life purpose, which will determine what kind of businesses and jobs I go into, which will determine how well it refills my bank account. See how that goes? 1, 2, 3. Or, anyways, 1, 2, 3. Relationships, my close relationships, my partner, my close friends, they're doing fine. My community, well, that took a big hit when somebody attacked me. One of my friends. All right, I now understand it to just be a dark victim attack. We got into fights, and then she projected her fears and insecurities onto me and saying I'm the cause. I acknowledge the part that I caused in it, but I'm not this monster. This is just name calling. Like, you're a monster. It's just like, what are we, 5? Like, you could have left at any moment. Like, I thought we are having a good time. I'm helping you out. Like, if you don't like me, just go away. Like, don't have to call me a monster. Jeez. Like, you keep interacting with me without telling me what's wrong, and then you just create this big story that you kept hidden, and then suddenly blow it. Like, I understand. I understand why somebody would come up with that. I understand where that comes from, like needing somebody to point to fight, like, and I imagine she was pointed that way to by someone else who fed her that story and be like, oh, but anyways, that was the most profound social violence that I have experienced in my adult life. So go back to here. What do I do with it? Don't do that. I won't be doing that. I'm not a victim in any way. Even if something bad happens to me, I'm not a victim. I don't do dark victims attacks. I've learned how to handle it, which is I do not retaliate. It's okay. Like, I understand if that's how you see it. That's not how I see it. That's not what happened. I understand you believe that. I also understand that I utterly believed that I completely did not do that. I've barely interacted with you in the last couple months. Once or twice, I've been leaving you alone. You could have just, you know, you wanted me to leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. That's it. Like, why would I interact with somebody who's difficult? It's just, I was hoping to help you, that person. And did I challenge your worldview? I probably did. We got into fights. I didn't know why. I don't get into fights. I do not challenge people, even if I feel like their thinking is wonky. I will ask permission first. I've learned. I'm sorry if I challenged your worldview without asking your permission. I just thought that was just how people do it. And I feel like that is how people do it out in the world. But with the level of knowledge that I know, I am at the root of people's fears. I'm a shadow coach. I am deeply in my own shadow. So, yes, you will see my darker energies that I understand. It's like, oh, I can feel those energies and I just don't act. Okay, now I'm safe, right? If I get really angry and I want to punch somebody, anger is okay. The punching is not, right? Oh, I really want to punch you right now, and as long as I control my physical actions, I can allow that anger, destructive drive to be and point it somewhere else. Punch a pillow, just be like, right? So I've been exploring my dark side to know what the safe line is. And with this friend, that part of that exploration, yes, that energy is there. That's energy in all of us. And I know I'm a safe person to be with, despite what accusation. I questioned myself. I really did. And I came to the conclusion, no, I'm not a monster. Do I have the potential to be? We all do. If I'm really angry, especially when I was unjustly accused of being this horrible monster, it's like, no. Like the more angry I got, the more monstrous it felt. It's like, don't do that. I don't retaliate. I bless her. Please be on your way. There's nothing more I can do. I'm staying within my locus of control. I am emotionally nonviolent in every way, to the best of my abilities, with everyone I've ever been with. Yes, we fight sometimes, and that's human. That's the thing that was really confusing me. Anyway, uh, so yeah, that was a big, big lesson on how to handle a really challenging situation of being falsely accused, and there's just no way out. It's just any argument. It's just like, oh, you're arguing just because you got found out or you've been outed. It's like, I'm not hiding. I'm not. I'm angry that you accused me of this. I've been helping you for 3 years. I've been pouring time, energy. You're working on my laptop like you were on my YouTube Premium account. Like I tried to help you in every way I could. And you need me to, and that's how you treat me? Like, what? That was a social attack. That's just like, I can't say I'm innocent because then that's just defending myself. Like, what? Is there no defense to any accusation? Is there no such thing as a false accusation? That's the challenge of cancel culture. It's just like there's no way out except every single day of my existence, before and after, I can stand by everything I've ever said to every single person. There's so many people who would stand up and vouched for me. So many. And there was no trial. There was no, whatever. And I'm letting that go. I forgive them. And then other people believe it and they throw shade my way. I forgive them as well. It's hard to know what to do when they do that. It feels like I'm dismissive. It feels like I'm arrogant. That's the story. That's the frame. That's why it's so hard when somebody projects monster and predator onto me. Like it's like, sweetie, like we're already afraid we're monsters, all of us. When you accuse somebody of that, it makes them fear that they are monsters. It makes me fear that I was a monster, even though I've done so much, I've been so careful, and it's these things still happen. So these things, she's a Buddha trainer. I honor you, I respect you. May you be free of suffering, even as you teach me the lesson of a dark victim attack, of a false accusation. The only thing I can do is stay within integrity, to not retaliate, and just to keep walking. So here I am, still processing it, all the way through May. It's almost 6 months now, but it's been a real good lesson. It's been real heavy, real thick in the collective shadow. But I needed that. I needed that because that's the same way I'm going to handle anything else. I'm a shadow coach. I poke at people, all right? Like, I will be way more careful. Ask consent. Like, I sense something here. Can I ask you about it? Like, and I'm generally careful. I'm generally already very careful. And this friend, I was treating her as an equal, and it wasn't quite that way. So that's okay. Anyways, I bless her on her way. We're we're done. We're done, right? I cannot help you if you label me the enemy. There's nothing I can do. Everything I do is just me excusing it. The only way out I felt was just this groveling, performative guilt, and I'm not going to do that. That would be utterly false as well. So I can't do that. I won't do that. And even if I did that, it wouldn't help because it's false. So don't do that. I won't be doing that. I won't be dark victiming attacking people unless it's one of those dojos where it's like intentional. And I'll intentionally try to do that as practice. But everybody would know. Anyways, um, we're at 58 minutes. Okay, cool. That's it. So this is how to handle all people, people you like, dislike, all emotions, all negative emotions. Just charge my life up for a better comparison for tomorrow. And if it's good, I relish every single moment. And then I make sure to maintain my physical actions, chop wood, carry water, which makes me immortal. And now I'm adding effortless emergence for the symbolic plane, and I've got it all. Oh, it's complete, it's comprehensive. Here it is. Enlightened Mastery System. This is what I train with. I am the example, and I started out as low as it can be with a lifetime of crushing anxiety in a emotional hole, and I've been digging myself out of it ever since I was born, practically. Probably first grade or something when it all when this all started. Anyways, I'm at the hour, so I love you all, and I'm just gonna keep talking about this and keep working on myself. So until next time, okay, bye.